decisions about whether they're going to tolerate violence or not. In the last 2 years, it's been hard to even think about the future. But maybe now, finally, we can put the past behind us. I don't know if the plan confirmed. I don't know if this is the real deal or not the real deal. We've been waiting times. But what I hear this morning from my friend who read it online is that oh, didn't mean to do that. I meant to do this. I want to do that. No, I don't. There we go. That's probably Adele. I put the link out there for anyone who would like to be on the panel, and hopefully you guys can find the links. Okay. Oh yeah, let's make this smaller. I'm early. I always try to sign on early, I guess I should say. And the reason I do that is to make sure that everything is working. I thought I just had it working. There we go. Okay. So that I can see the side chat and I can also see the, what's happening on the panel itself. Hello, my one viewer. How are you? You're live. I am live. Yes, I'm live. Deb in Venice, I'm live. I usually sign on a little early just to make sure that I have, all my ducks in a row. But I seem to have all my ducks in a row, maybe. I'm not really sure, but Deb in Venice, you've never been on the panel. You're more than welcome to come on to the panel. And all you have to do is click that link that is right above your live. Okay. I'm supposed to have a special guest today. And I even granted him a special dispensation, him being a him. And but he's a no-show. I don't know where he is. I've called him. He's probably sleeping. But without my special guest, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'll show you the sticker. Wow, it looks backwards to me. I like the sticker. Oh, I don't have an RV. No panel yet. It doesn't matter if you have an RV or not. It's a matter of your interest in being an RVer. So you're kind of an RVer by proxy. That's kind of the way I look at it. RVer by proxy. I was an RVer by proxy. I sat in my driveway in my RV for 4 months
really longer, but you know, I watched everybody out there traveling and I was so envious. We don't really have to do anything. I mean, I don't really start talking until 4 o'clock. So I just put the panel up so that people can find and get in tune with what we're doing. So Deb in Venice, how's Venice? I'm assuming that's Venice, California. For all I know, you could be in Italy. I don't know. Ruby's outside. She was bugging. But in California. But now I live in Long Beach. Well, Long Beach is nice. I actually have a friend who lives in well, he's kind of like my son from another mother, and he lives in Long Beach. I don't know anybody else who lives in Long Beach. Now I know you live in Long Beach, but you have to change it to Deb in Long Beach. I have a little message here. Not that I can see it. Let's see if I can. Oops, there it is. Probably something like being careful. Oh shoot, now I lost the, I guess I gotta go up again. Let's see, hi Alexa. Thanks for the advice, I will follow up. I wonder what the advice was that I gave you. I may be able to claim a broken computer because when the mechanic shoved the driver's seat into my soft side. Yeah. If you have full coverage on your, I would definitely insurance person and say, hey, and then I'd also contact AAA because they need to know that people are out there doing that, that are representing them, because AAA has a pretty good reputation as far as, is that you? Is he here? Hold on, I'll be right back. Oh, sorry. Where have you been? I couldn't decide if that was you or the dog.
What is your obsession with sleeping by the camp hosts?
I don't know. We're actually, live. Oh. Well, we're going to have to share this, huh? I always go on early. We're 5 minutes. I know. We have 5 minutes. So this is my new RV.
I like it.
And you can look, take the tour.
It is less patchy than patches.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot about the outside. Okay, I'm talking to our special guest, and he's taking a quick tour of the RV that he hasn't seen yet. And okay, that's all I know. I'm going to turn this around so that everybody.
No, nobody needs to see me. I'm not allowed.
No, I've granted you a special dispensation.
A special dispensation?
Yes. Or maybe just a dispensation is enough.
Well, why don't we do this? Slide this back.
Okay. Oh, and we're going to. Okay, wait a minute. I have all this crap over here on the side.
I'll give you the crap and I'll put it on my side.
We'll put it in the driver's seat, I guess. Oh, there. That's much better. Okay. And this is why I sign on early.
so that everybody
For
can be
those
here
of you who do not know
on time
who
and
is
late.
sitting next to me, this is RV,
Wrong hand.
wrong hand. And what I'm trying to do is be able to see the comments over here. Is male, but
Totally a dude.
totally a dude. Let's see, where are we? Did I kayak today? I did kayak today, yes.
I knew you would.
Of course. That's why I said, oh, sleep in. So that I could go kayaking. And I didn't take the dog, though, because I was, as a matter of fact, I have a video that's going to upload after this chat is over. And
Of the dog not
It's-
kayaking.
of the dog not kayaking with me. Exactly. With me just kayaking. And I have to still figure out a lot of stuff as to, you know, how I'm going to record and
Well, now
all
you
that
need
stuff.
a GoPro. Excuse for a
Well,
GoPro because
They're waterproof.
waterproof. Has a
I know,
waterproof
but
case.
see, I bought a waterproof camera.
Oh,
and I
your
took-
little Sony?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I took the little Sony out there with me and recorded, but I just hate the sound on that thing. Okay, this is our microphone.
Well, hello, microphone.
So, a key. It picks up pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
And everybody will tell us if it does. But this is the new, you know.
I like it.
Yeah, but can you see why I want to
I
push up
can
there?
see why you want to slide.
Yeah.
After stopping by yesterday and having the drive, coming from here and going there and kind of coming in and going, there's room for the dog.
Yeah. It would be great to have a slide out right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although to get, you're going to have to go bigger.
Longer, you mean?
Yeah.
Not much. I don't want to go over 30. I'm not going to go over 30 feet.
Well, I got an RV outside.
I know you do.
It's right at 30 feet, too.
But, you know, you have a cat. That would drive my dog crazy.
Not once you vacuum.
We could trade.
I might actually consider that.
Really?
I might.
I'll have to think about that. Now that I've said it, I don't know. You have all that, you know, how are you going to transfer all the RV stuff?
Like what?
You know, all the RV stuff, it's all over your RV.
Nothing that a razor blade won't take care
Oh,
of.
is that what it is? Take it off?
Yeah.
You can't transfer it?
Yeah, it's just a sticker.
Okay, as you can see, you know, RV and I are having quite the conversation.
This is what happens when months.
Yeah. Yesterday I went to Phoenix. Oh, that's what I want to do. Yesterday I went to Phoenix and made him go out to breakfast with me. We went to Waffle House.
Because she had not been.
I've never been to a Waffle House.
She
I've
has
seen
now.
them. Now I've been to a Waffle House. They're really noisy and the food's just, it's okay.
Yeah, it's not that
I
expensive.
take Denny's. I mean, Denny's is cheaper.
Yeah. Yeah, last time
And they have
that
chocolate milkshakes.
you and me and Mary went to Denny's in Rancho Cordova,
Yeah.
that was nice.
Yeah, and all three of us ate for $30.
Yeah.
And I don't remember how much yesterday was. But, oh, is it time? Oh, hello. It's 4 o'clock, which means it's time for the RV Women Hangout. And I have granted a dispensation. It's Gail. You're here. It's Gail here. Gail, where are you? I don't see you.
Well, can you hear me?
There she is. Okay, I didn't see your little box. Yes, I can hear you. Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great.
I had to go back and forth between YouTube and
No
the
image of
link
you.
you put on YouTube.
Yeah, we have no image of you.
That's probably just as well.
It's just
That's
really-
what I always think when I come on. Every time I think, if I could just do this with some kind of like picture of a flower or something, that'd be like so much better for everyone. There, we're kind of getting, there you are.
Yeah,
There you
here
are.
I am.
You need more light though.
Yeah, well, the other
Hey, for those of you who do not know who is sitting next to me, this is Yarvi, and he is a YouTuber and an RVer. He is a Right now, he is in Phoenix, Arizona, and I am located just a 30-minute, was it 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, 30-minute drive north of where he lives. And he lives in northern Phoenix. And
Extreme northern Phoenix.
Yeah.
There's 2 exits, and then you're out of Phoenix.
Yeah. I was planning my trip to come to Arizona. I was looking forward to joining up with the RV again. And he and I met for the first time in April.
Yeah, it was April.
Yeah, and we had been YouTubing, back and forth, and
And we spent what, a month as
a
neighbors?
month, yeah.
Spent a month as neighbors and saw each other like a dozen times.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, we had different schedules, completely different schedules, and so
Yeah, she's sending me a text at noon. Are you awake yet?
yeah.
I'm like, I just got up. I went to bed at 4 a.m. Oh, well, I got up at 4 a.m., you lazy bum.
I know. See, I get every morning. I can't help myself, and but I'm asleep by 11 at night, so that works out real well for me. But lately, it's been even less than that. I've been up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Go to sleep at 11, wake up at 2. I don't know what that's called.
That's not good.
It's what?
That's not good.
Well, I have never been much of a sleeper. And so, and what happens to me, and it's, as I get older, actually painful for me to be in bed, to be laying there, because I don't think I move when I sleep. I think I just lay there, and then my bones and muscles and whatever get all stiff, and I just wake up. So, some doctor once told me, because I was having such difficulty sleeping, he said, if you can't go back to sleep within 10 minutes, just get up. And he said, hopefully, but I'm one of those people that can also drink a cup of coffee and then take a nap.
Yeah, yeah. I can do that.
So let's see, we have 8 viewers now, and I'm going to let RV talk.
I got nothing to say.
Yeah, he has something to say.
No.
Okay, I'll interview him then. So, RV, tell us what your motto is.
It is RV it's a pirate themed RV. It came to me just sitting at the computer when I still had my apartment. And the motto is all the adventure and none of the scurvy. Which nobody understands.
I totally get that.
I've had people come up and knock on the door. I don't understand this. Can you explain it to me?
Oh my God.
No.
I was at the Walmart in Marana, Arizona, and I asked, what is scarvy?
Oh my God. See, people have to read more.
Yeah.
Yes.
But this weekend is my 9-month roadiversary.
Oh, so you have been living full-time in your RV 9 months. And I am coming up on April, August, September, October. Oh my God.
No. It
6
goes by
months.
fast, doesn't it?
I'm coming up on 6 months. Yeah, I'm coming up on 6 months. I'm gonna have to look to see what the date is specifically. My pile of books is gone. Because I don't track it as well as he does, but
Yeah.
I guess I have been on the road for 6 months since somewhere in April. Oh my gosh. It's been wonderful. It's flown by. Even though the days seem longer, don't you think the days seem really, really long?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
You're doing so much more, though.
yes, and that's real true. You do.
At this point in my life, I feel like a freaking superhero. Especially compared to all of my peers who are approximately my age, who have, for the last 20 years, they get up, they go to work, they come home, they watch television.
Yeah. And then they complain that life goes by too fast. But there's nothing like RVing to slow that down. Because you are living every minute and paying attention to every minute. Even if you have access to TV, like where I am parked now, I actually have access to TV. And so I think it's the first time, but I was so close to the antenna array that they have set up here at the park. I just turned on the TV to see if I got anything. I didn't actually crank the antenna up. And yeah, I've got like 5 or 6 or so stations, 3 of which are in Spanish, so I've been working on my Spanish. So,
Is that what the one book was?
Hmm?
Is that what the book in the pile?
Say words, and when I'm learning, I'm a visual learner. I'm not an audio learner. So I have to see the word, and then I have it forever. And you know, so nobody's commenting. What's with the comments? Nobody's commenting. Okay, I guess nobody's commenting.
We're incredibly dull.
We are dull. We have 11 viewers. We're so dull. Okay, so Yarvi, what keeps you in Phoenix?
I had, when I left Denver in January, I had a gig working remotely, and that paid a ridiculous amount of money. And that contract came to an end, and I found another contract here in Phoenix, and I'm currently helping Sprouts Farmers Market, which those of you across the southern band of the United States may be familiar with them. I'm helping them implement some software. But so the upside is that it doesn't pay ridiculous. It's not quite ridiculous. It's just absurd. But I gotta be in the office 5 days a week until at least the end of the year. So ups and downs. You know, I haven't been as mobile as I had originally hoped, but work life has changed a lot.
He actually has to get dressed and like go to an office and look officey.
I bet
You know,
that was an adjustment.
the guys I'm working with, I said, you know, they knew interviewing me, like we did a Skype interview. And so the guys that I'm with is like, you're in a hurricane. I know that because I have a hurricane. And so, you know, I called him and I said, I'm not going to show up in a suit the first day. And I said, oh, please don't show up in a suit. We are jeans and polos at best.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That doesn't make it so bad. You know, I had a job where I had to show up and look nice. Then I figured out that nobody cared what I wore. Yeah. So then I changed my direction. So when do you anticipate getting back on the road again?
I have no idea. I do know that I'm not particularly in love with the concept of staying in Phoenix another summer. I was here in the late 90s for a work, and oh my God, no. I can see why everybody shows up here in the winter. I can see why everybody flees in the summer.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, even now, it's still 95. Well, there's the...
just because
It's right under my phone. See, it's...
102.
Oh, it's 102.
102.
Oh my God.
That's not a temperature. That's a radio station.
Oh. No, that's actually the temperature.
Yeah,
But,
okay, that should be
a
a
radio
radio station.
Yeah.
That's a fever.
Yes. You actually call your dog.
Yeah.
The dog's outside. The dog is outside because she gets too cold in here. And the temperature in here is about, I don't know, 75 degrees.
Yeah.
And very nice, very pleasant to sit in here. But she gets cold. As a matter of fact, when RV showed up, I thought it was the dog saying it's time for me to come in.
And no, it was me knocking on the windshield.
It freaked me out completely. It did. It was like, oh, the dog wants him.
From up there.
Whatever. It was just noise to me. It wasn't a direction. But RV is the first one to actually, I'm thinking of all the RVing people that are out there. He's the first to physically see my new RV.
I think that I was the first one to see patches too.
Yes, with the big hole in it.
So,
well, with the patch hole in it.
One more time, it's tradition.
It is. I guess the next time I buy one, I have to.
Yep.
One more time in stocking.
Oh, you froze. I didn't hear what you said.
So one more time and it's stocking.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But who's stalking who? I guess
it's only stalking if you don't approve of it.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. So, what do you do for fun here in Phoenix, Arizona?
Oh God, nothing.
He was telling me yesterday.
That's not entirely true. I've got a GoPro, which I actually brought with me.
Oh.
Just in case, by some happenstance, and I discovered the night lapse mode in it, which allows me to capture. I captured the ISS, the Imperial,
cool.
the Imperial, the International,
Imperial.
the Death Star flying over, and some lightning shots and the eclipse.
And the lightning shots were actually used on a local Phoenix station to show, weren't they?
Yeah, 24,000 views and 0 subscribers came out of it.
Oh my gosh, 24,000.
Yeah,
That's
it was like 24,000 views on Facebook, 1,900 shares, and nobody followed the link and subscribed.
See, which just goes to show you, you can't look at views and consider your channel a success or not. I don't know how you consider it a success, but I don't know. Don't care. Let's see. What else do I know? What else do I want to know? I want to know, how's your cat, Figaro? For those of you who aren't aware, you can go to his channel and subscribe. And his name is Figaro. And he was just telling me yesterday that Figaro is...
yes, it has taken 7 years of me trying. I got him in 2008, so it's probably, I probably started trying to leash train him in 2009. And he has finally, I have a playlist on my channel. Figaro Goes Outside, episode 1, episode 2, episode 3. And when we were in Venice, I think, Florida, I got him to come outside by literally dragging him. And everybody's like,
I saw that.
Everybody's like, oh, that poor cat. Like, no, this is a game we've been playing for 6 years.
See, and I think I probably have to show that with Ruby, but it's not me dragging her out of the RV. It's me dragging her back in. And she never wants to come back in. She would be completely happy.
You're ready for what's next.
Hello, are you there? Yes, you are.
Yep, I'm here.
Hi, Susan. How are you?
Just fine.
Good.
How's everybody else?
Good. Did you have any trouble getting on the channel?
No.
Panel? Okay, good. Okay, because I put it over on Google plus I put it in the chat here on...
Yeah, I got it from the chat. I got it off the chat.
But maybe I should do it again. Go over and click my thing over there. Okay, yeah, or hand it.
Here's the map.
Automatically like. This is the link. What I'm doing right now is posting the link for anybody who wants to be on the panel. I just posted it. And all you have to do is click that link or transfer that to the address bar. And it will bring you right into the panel for anyone who's interested. And today's guest, for those of you who have just joined us, is Yarv, and you can find him on YouTube. YARRVEE, Yarv, or you can go to his website at yarv.net.
Yarv.com.
Oh, yarv.com. Oh, what do I know? I was gonna try. I tried to buy RVlady.com. They wanted $800 for it, so I took .net. It's good enough for me.
$15, call it a day.
Yeah, it was. No, not even. I think it was free.
Oh,
I
because you
think I
got it
got the
with the
domain free because I bought the package. But these little spots you see are the sun coming through the.
Blinds.
Yeah. For those of you who have these day-night shades, you probably recognize the dots. But I was just noticing. I thought I'd comment so you don't think I have like white warts now. But so what's new with you, girls?
Nada.
We just got home from a drive in the country.
Oh,
Our dog
how's
needs
the
to
weather
go out
there?
and swim every once in a while, so we take her to the lake sometimes.
Nice.
So,
I'm at this beautiful, and it's called Lake Pleasant, and I am actually at the regional park. For those of you who think you're going to jump in your car and drive here, I'll be gone tomorrow. I'm at the regional park, and I had some comments. The lake where I was, they were saying that they enjoyed the lake as well, but they were at the resort. And so there are actually two places to RV here, and one of them is the Lake Pleasant RV Resort. And then there is the RV Regional Park, which is run by the county, Mariposa County.
Maricopa.
Whatever. Jeez, I just got here a few days ago. I have to go see what's going on with the dog. What's going on with the dog? Okay, the RV is going to go see what's going on. There's no barking. We're learning there's no barking phrase. She knows two phrases. She knows there's no barking, and she also knows we don't know those dogs. So when I say we don't know those dogs, then she kind of looks at me like, oh, okay. That means stop barking at them. And that I'm not going to let her off the leash to go play. She has a aggression towards lines, and it's a serious aggression. And so I had to come up with something that at least got her off that track. And Yarvi is out there with the dog now. I have no idea what they're doing. Are you hearing? Yeah, good. Good girl. Huh? We don't know that dog. So,
She's bigger than she looks on TV.
I know. She actually is bigger than she looks on TV.
Now I know why. Now I definitely know why you want to slide.
Yeah. When I was over at he's got a living room slide and also a bedroom
No, just the one.
Oh, just a living room slide. And that's what I was saying. I would like. We were talking about the difference. His is 28 feet.
30.
No, his is 30 feet.
Yeah, it's 4 feet bigger.
How much do you have for?
This and enough cash to pay that one off.
Forget it. You'd have to paint it, and you'd have to fix stuff. Yeah, I'd make you work really hard for that. But and what year is it?
05?
Oh, it's an 05. That was the next one I'm going to get is an 05. But of course, that was supposed to be next year, or the next year, or the next year. I mean, I just got this one. I don't think I've had it for 3 months.
And you're already talking about trading her in.
Well, dog, and now I want to have more room to accommodate the dog. So.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Yeah, I know. And then there'll be another excuse. But honestly, I don't want to go over 30 feet, and yeah, jamming. Yeah, you were at the resort, and Yeah, I'm down the road more, and then I'm down the 74. I'm down to 74 more, and then there's the regional park. And so when you were at the resort, you could see all those people camping on the shoreline and whatnot. That's where I am. And there's a lot of BLM land. Found out yesterday, and it's actually really nice. And then to come onto the lake to drive in, it's $6, I want to say, for day use. And so if you wanted to stay at the BLM land, which is literally across the street, then you could just drive into the park and enjoy the fishing and boating and swimming and whatnot that the lake has to offer. It's pretty nice. I was surprised. The next place I'm probably going to go, they have wild horses and wild burros here. So I'm trying to see. I know. I'm trying to see the wild burros. Jammin, did you see wild burros while you were there? Are they over at the resort, or did they kick them out of the resort? They walk through here. I've seen their poo. So they're walking through here and pooing. So I don't know. Maybe they're doing that at night. I don't know. But let's see, back to interviewing the RV. Since I made him drive all the way out here, I got
whole 25 minutes.
Yeah, it was a real quick trip. When I did it yesterday, I thought I was an hour away, so I was pleasantly surprised when I found out that I was just half an hour because I was really hungry and I wanted breakfast. And when I get up and juice in the morning, I juice at 6 o'clock. And so it was like 9:30, 10 o'clock. Yeah. And it was like time to eat. It's time for me to eat. Hello, frugal RV gals. And hello, Gail.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. I'm here.
Yeah, okay. No picture, just, okay. It kind of just goes flashing off and on. So
I couldn't stand it anymore.
What do you think in your 9 months is the most rewarding part about being a full-time RVer?
Wow, that one's kind of tough.
That's a tough one. That was just right off the top of my head, too.
So far, it's been a very transformative experience. I've gone swimming in the Atlantic. I was looking this up last night. I've gone swimming in the Atlantic Ocean, the Gulf of Mexico, and the Pacific Ocean in the same 6-week block of time.
Nice.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's true.
St. Augustine.
Yeah.
Not Fort Walton Beach. Panama City Beach, where I went scuba diving, and just outside LAX at Dockweiler State Beach Park thing.
See, the only reason that I want to go to Florida is to swim with the manatees.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah, that's the only reason I want to go to Florida. So
was he chasing a roadrunner?
The coyote. To jamming. Okay, he's responding to the comments. And let's see, and two bunnies and
two bunnies in the morning eating the grass.
Eating the grass. Okay. Yeah, she saw coyotes. I've seen nothing. So I don't know.
The camp host.
Yeah, the camp host is right across from me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what her obsession with the camp host is. It was like that at Granite Bay. It was like that here. It's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't explain that. And when I was coming into this park, she said, "You want to drive around and go look at the sites and whatever?" And I said, "No, I just want an empty site. I don't care where. I need it to be level. If I can drive through it, that'd be really nice. But if I have to back in, that's not the end of the world either." And where's Payson?
Oh, it's right over there.
Jim, and you're in Payson.
I thought you guys were still in friggin' Washington for some reason.
No, I knew that they were. I thought they were further south than here.
Oh shoot! They could practically jump in the car and make the end of this hangout.
Okay, go get in the car. Drive.
I'll go sit over there. Mary, you can sit here.
On the road. And yeah, if you're in Payson, where's Payson?
It's literally, it's right over there.
I thought some other town was over there.
No, it's a little
Wait a minute. Oh,
west
yeah, that's
of.
right. I
My
have
books are up
papers that
there.
sit right here.
It's a little bit west of Sedona.
Oh, okay. So it's
Hi, Jack.
chilly up there. Hi, Jack. It's chillier up there than it is here, or I should say, it's probably more conducive to human existence up there than it is down here. There is a place east of here. This is really hard for me because being from Southern California, everything is east. But when you're in Southern California, all you want to do is go west. So don't get all excited. That's it. Yeah, good girl. I'm talking to the dog. But yeah, when you're in California, you always want to go west because that's where the ocean is and that's where it's cooler. Here, it's hard for me to think go east. But east of here is a place where apparently the wild horses run and whatnot. So I want to go and check all that out. And there's supposed to be more water over there too. I don't know. So I guess, let's see, what is this? I went swimming with manatees. Yeah, thanks for letting me know, Donna. What's the word I'm looking for? It starts with a B. I'm so jealous. I want to do that. I want to swim with the manatees.
Well, you're not going to find any manatees in Mexico.
Hey, who knows? There could be manatees in Mexico. I know there are alligators or crocodiles or whatever. And in Belize, I'm thinking that there could be manatees there. The water's warm, and that's what manatees need.
You know, I am such a child of more recent times that I want to pronounce that Pikachu Peak.
Pikachu.
How do you pronounce it?
I have no idea.
Pikachu Peak. I don't know. Up the 87 Beeline Highway.
It's probably Picacho.
Yeah, without
Pikachu.
a map in front of me, I have no
It's that
idea
way.
where I am. I know, but I don't know where. Isn't Phoenix that way? No, Phoenix is that way.
No, Phoenix is that way.
Phoenix is that way.
And
Okay.
Tucson is past Phoenix on your way to Mexico.
Oh,
Oh, I love Tucson.
yeah, Tucson's pretty nice. I'm going to go spend a week or so in Tucson. And there's a couple of places that I want to go see there. So
I have known for months that you're going to go through Tucson on your. Just keep wondering if you're going to stop and find out whether or not Happily Houseless really.
oh, that's right.
He's
That's where
right
he's
on the road.
from. He's on the. Is he not on the road?
I don't think so.
He still isn't on the road. Oh my
No.
God. Okay.
He's had some
Well,
pretty major.
sell his house first.
He's selling the van.
Yeah.
He
I
has
didn't
to
know.
sell his house.
Yeah, he drove like to Colorado or somewhere to get that.
Yep.
And I know. That's easy. Well, yeah, maybe I should stop and, see what's going on with him. I know that he has hooked up with another full-time RVer. I do know that. And then that's like the last thing that I've seen. I haven't seen anything recent. I knew that she was going to sell her RV, or I think she had a van as well.
No, she had a pickup with a camper.
Oh, okay. See,
They're going
and
to
I'll-
live in hers.
say
They're
that
gonna live
again.
in hers. They're going to live in her RV. Hers is more
Really?
conducive to a couple than his is.
I thought she said she was selling hers as well.
No.
I
Last
thought they
I
were going to
saw,
sell.
they were going
I
to
thought they were going to sell everything and buy something together.
See, I don't understand that because when a
Hers
couple
is brand new. She just bought it. It's
just
only a few months old.
dissolves, then what do people do? If you have one thing together. Like if I met somebody and they said, sell your RV, I'd laugh and say, no. And when they say, hey, I'll sell my RV and move in with you, I'd say, but you can follow me wherever I go.
But eventually you get to a point where it's like, well,
No.
maybe not you.
Not
but
me.
Most people who are not you
Yeah.
get
Could
to
do
a
that.
point where combine all of their crap.
Oh, see, I just.
And when it comes time to uncombine, you just uncombine everything.
Nah,
It's a huge.
not a plan.
No.
Too
No,
complicated.
wouldn't do that. No, wouldn't do that. It would be a follow me thing, or I'll follow you, or whatever. I'll follow you, but I'm going this way. I'll follow you, but yeah, I'm going that way. But no, I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to do that. I suppose if you were following each other around for 5 years, it might be a good idea. But anything less than that, no. Am I insane?
No,
I
I'm
think
with
you
you.
have
I'm with
commitment
you.
issues.
I have issues. That's true. I do have issues. Yeah, I enjoy my independence. I enjoy.
But that's
Always
not
have.
new.
No, that isn't new. I have always enjoyed that. I have always enjoyed the separation of to escape. That's really what it is. Let's just boil right down to the thing: is the ability to escape, to say, you know what, I've had enough of you. I'm out. So,
And I think the longer you've been by yourself, the more you want to maintain that.
well, I don't want to say that I covet my stuff, but I do kind of. And it would be really difficult for me if somebody said, yeah, let's get rid of some of your stuff.
No.
I would have to go with, let's see, no.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Get rid of all your stuff, but don't touch my stuff. I guess I don't share well. That's really what it boils down to. I do not share well. So that's what it is.
But I do run with scissors.
Wait a minute, say that again?
I do run with scissors. I may not play well with others, but I run with scissors.
I run with scissors, definitely. All the time. And, yeah, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely a scissors. Yeah. Best relationship would be RV down the street and just do the walk of shame occasionally. The walk of shame. Well, that's why you have a toad. You get in your tow vehicle and you drive back to your place and, hook it up and take off. But, see, I think that's good. 30 years with your best friend. To me, that's really great. But even with your best friend, sometimes it's time for your best friend to go to their own RV.
You got to be able to have your privacy, your thinking time.
I enjoy my alone time. Just being alone, doing whatever I want to do. Like last night, I gave myself a facial, kind of did a pedicure kind of thing, and, just kind of spent time on myself. So, and I don't know that having somebody in their own RV would affect that, but I don't think it would. Okay, let's get off that subject. It doesn't have anything to do with. Well, I guess it kind of does. Relationships and RVing.
My input was going to be that even if you have somebody with you, it's still in a good relationship. Doesn't affect that. You just can.
Yeah, I don't know how couples handle being in an RV and not having a tow vehicle. Because I would honestly just say, go get in the Suzuki and drive behind me somewhere. I need to be alone. But then again, I'm giving up my driver. See, and that's the only selfish reason that I can think of to have somebody move in is for that person to drive so that I can gawk at everything And
Well, a couple of the RV couples that I know, they get some alone time because they have a car, but it is not a tote. RV Wanderlust, they have got a Jeep Commander that they cannot tow. And so she goes ahead and scouts and gets to the campsite 2 hours ahead of him and picks out the campsite, and then he shows up and she guides him in and parks the RV. And so they get, when they travel, they get 3 or 4 hours of alone time together.
Yeah,
Do
but
they
you're using a lot of gas that way.
yeah,
That would be
by
tough
a
on the
tow commander.
gasoline bill.
If it's an automatic, you can't.
You put it up on a dolly.
4-wheel drive.
You put it up on a dolly and disconnect the drive shaft.
Yeah, what a pain in the ass.
Well, now when I tow my Suzuki, I am, just for those of you who might need a solution, is so many times I ended up buying a new battery for my Suzuki because I was turning it on and it was running the entire time that I was towing it, so I would get to the destination and my battery would be just about dead. So I went and bought a new battery, and then I disconnect the battery when I'm driving down the road so that the turning thing works and I don't burn through my tires so fast. But who has joined us here? Deborah
Dennis.
Orr, hello. I'm looking at the comment section. RV Debs, hello. And who else? There's people because we have the boats. See, that's another thing too. I bought for those of you who don't know, I bought a kayak, a double kayak, so I could take the dog. And it's a blow-up kayak, and I'm having a good time with that. But I put it on. I blew it up here at the campsite, and then I put it on top of the Suzuki, and it traveled really well. I was surprised, and I had a lot of fun. I was probably only out there for 45 minutes, just because I felt bad that the dog was sitting in 75 degrees and probably really cold, and because I left her in the RV, and yeah. To go tow all 4 wheels up. Oh, see, I think that would getting all 4 wheels up would be cheaper than the gasoline.
Well, when you get there, have to. Well, the FRS, you have to go tow all 4 wheels up. You got to put it on a trailer. FRS, awesome car, by the way. But then when you get there, like, imagine you having this RV and then your Suzuki, and now you've got a 16-foot trailer and you got to store someplace too.
Well, when I was looking for a tow vehicle, I kept that in mind. I surfed the internet as to what was the best, that's tires on the road behind. And I kept coming back to the Suzuki or the Amigo, that's the Isuzu, and the other one that's all built by the same people in China or wherever. And what was it? The Amigo, the Suzuki, and I'll think of it later. But those were the cars that I was looking at because I didn't want that I had to put someplace. I was just thinking logistics would just be a nightmare. So didn't want to do that. We still
and I wound up, when I left Denver, I had the Mini
I remember.
On a dolly, and that was just, I couldn't imagine living with a car that you need to dolly around everywhere, and then you have to store the dolly.
Right.
I mean, with the RV, I'm fortunate enough that there's a slope on the back of the RV where it's high enough that push comes to shove, I can push the dolly underneath the back of the RV. But
and then you have to worry about if somebody's going to steal your dolly.
Yeah.
Then there's just another thing that can wander off while you're having fun doing something else.
I compared at a CarMax. They had a smart car and the little bitty sound. I am so sad that the Scion IQ can't be towed like the smart car, because the difference in quality was just night and day.
I was thinking smart car.
Smart car just felt flimsy and cheap to me.
I drove a smart car, and yeah, I felt it was very limited in what it was going to be able to do for me. So then I went back to the Jeep. Oh, that was the other one, the Jeep.
I would, Jack, I would get a Prius V. Somebody who recently went back to Los Angeles got a Prius V, and I've had an opportunity to drive it. I really dig it. It's not as fun to drive as the Mini by any stretch of the imagination, but you can't tow it. And you can tow the Ford C-Max and the C-Max Energy. You can tow both of those. But
can't tow a Fiat.
Okay.
Actually, I think you can tow the Fiat. With a manual
the
transmission.
New Fiat?
Yeah, the 500, 500L.
I don't think so. My research is old. So when I was researching all of these things, for all I know, yeah, you can do the Fiat, but for some reason I was thinking I liked the way the Fiat drove better than I liked the way the smart car drove. But again, both of them were limiting as to what they were going to be able to do. I wanted to be able to four-wheel drive through the jungles of Belize if I wanted to, and I just didn't think that was going to be a possibility with either one of those cars. So that's why I went the direction that I went. I wanted to be able to get in and out of situations.
Yeah.
I'm so used to four-wheel drive now, it's almost impossible to do without it.
Well, it depends on what it is that you do when you're RVing.
It's a foot and a half of snow
roads.
here.
Yeah, it's snow. I look for those roads that are the path less taken. I'm looking for four-wheel drive places to go. And like that puddle that I went through a puddle the other day.
Your next RV is going to be a sportsmobile.
I would like my next RV to be up, four-wheel drive.
It's going to be a sportsmobile four-wheel drive van.
Oh yeah, that's the sportsmobile.
Or an Earth Roamer.
And the only problem is that I keep getting older.
You're going to spend $500,000 on an Earth Roamer?
That would be great. But the problem is, those things you are required to be physical with them, and I'm getting older and older and older.
There's a YouTube video out there. There's a British television show, Fifth Gear, and smashed it into some angled, like Jersey barriers, concrete barriers, at 70 miles an hour.
How'd it do?
The driver and passenger would have survived, except for the fact that nobody can survive an impact at 70 miles an hour into a concrete barrier. Nobody.
Well, I had
but in terms of not collapsing or crushing around you.
Yeah. I had a Miata a long time ago, and that's that little Mazda, yeah, little roadster. And I considered getting one of those again because I like that. And I actually saw a couple of those crash, and people walk away. So,
Yeah, and the Miata is actually the most raced car in America.
Yeah. And it crashed.
The Wrangler, wasn't it?
No, four-wheel drive. Again, it fell in the same category as the smart car and the Fiat. And what do you drive?
Mini.
The Mini Cooper. And so, because I considered all of those, and then went back to, I can pick up for $3,000 or something a Suzuki, and when I drive it off a cliff by accident, I'm not going to feel bad. I mean, I'm going to feel bad, but hopefully not hurt. But,
Just not totally devastated.
Yeah, I will be devastated. Whereas, I'd fall in love with a little smart car, or a little Fiat, or one of those things. Smart car is made with a fair amount of titanium, like it's very tensile strength. That's good to know, Jeff. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It was the noise that bothered me about the smart car, quite honestly. And if I'm going to have noise, it's going to be a four-wheel drive vehicle. If I can hear stuff on the road.
And for me, it was just the build quality didn't seem to be there. Just everything felt very flimsy, and they're like $30,000 or $40,000 or $25,000, whatever, brand new.
I was looking used.
And it's the same price as any other high mileage car. I mean, they kind of position it as, get this and good mileage, and it loses all of the utility that a Prius has. 2 extra seats, big hatch in the back. You don't get any of that.
Yeah. Do they weigh the same?
They weigh less, but
Yes, I had a red Miata. It was an impulse buy. It was one of those things. Little moment of my life. It was one of those things that I thought that would just be so much fun for my daughter and I to take road trips in the Miata, and so I went out and bought a Miata, used. I ended up selling it for exactly how much I paid for it, which I thought was interesting after owning it for 3 years. And I was going to give it to my daughter as her vehicle when she was 16 years old, but she wouldn't learn to drive a stick shift. And so...
I don't know that should have stopped you. That's
God knows
your car.
I tried to teach her.
That's your car. Drive it on.
Well, and I tried to teach her and tried to teach her and tried to teach her, and she just... No, she wanted, and it was because what she wanted was power windows, power door locks, power. And
So you're about to tell the Corolla story? I love the Corolla story.
The what story?
The Corolla story?
Oh, the Corolla story. No, the Pontiac story.
The Yaris story?
No, the Corolla story is not a funny story. I went and bought her the Corolla story.
Yeah.
Okay. I bought my daughter... I sold the Miata and I bought her a car. It was a Pontiac Sunfire or Sunbird or some hideous Pontiac. But the power windows, it had all the stuff, but she hated the car because it was not what she was looking for, and it was maroon. I did this to torture her. And anyway, I made her drive it, and then she blew up the engine.
Yeah. It was basically a Chevy Cavalier.
Yeah. Oh, it was horrible. It was a horrible car.
Oh, my.
But anyway, a couple of years went by. She drove one of my old cars for a couple of years, and then I decided when she was, I guess, 21 or 22 or something, that she was responsible enough to have a new car. So anyway, we went to the Toyota dealership because I was going to get her a Yaris. I was going to... And... the guys have any more Yaris's in stock, and he says, how about a Corolla? And I said, as long as it's the same price as the Yaris. And so I told him to go out and get me the oldest Corolla that he had on the lot. I didn't care what color it was. And he brings back this car that I ended up paying $12,000 for. Now, it was like below book and blah, blah, blah. They hated me by the time I left there. And that was out the door. That included the taxes and all. Everything, $12,000 out the door. But what it didn't have was power door locks or the windows, the power windows. She has to crank the window. She still has the car to this day. It has 200-something thousand miles on it, and it was the only Corolla, and it had to be a Corolla that was built in Japan. That was my other little... it was the only Corolla that hasn't been recalled. It was finally recalled for the airbags. This is a darling story. And so my daughter says she got the recall notice for the Corolla, and I said, well, honey, you have a job where you put people in your car that are clients, and you can't be driving your Corolla around waiting for the airbag to explode in their face. So go to Toyota and tell them that they'll have to give you a loaner car until they fix your Corolla. So now she's driving a crap. Whatever, a high-end Toyota. What are they called? Maybe an Accord. No, that's a Honda.
Camry.
Camry. She's driving a Camry with all the bells and whistles, and of course, you can't put her dog in it. And there are like rules, but Toyota's paying for her to drive around in their car while they wait for an airbag solution that they're never going to have. You did tie her up, right?
Yes.
Oh, jeez. I just kind of saw her walk out the door, and I'm like,
Just
she'll
let her go.
leave. Yeah, she'll just take off. Boss has 140,000 miles.
Celebrity client and the athlete, they want to.
But this is AKA the boss. Oh, okay, Jack. Got it. Yes, that's good for him. It's good that you recognize.
And how can the filthy rich ensure the valet doesn't grab?
But that doesn't have anything to do with RVing. So I can talk about other stuff forever, but it doesn't have anything to do with my special guest, RV. For those of you who may have just joined us or are unfamiliar with Yarv's channel.
Or what's that dude doing in here?
Yeah, I know. That's
What about 300?
Because she met my mom.
yes, I know. Kate.
Hellfire?
Yeah, I met his mom. I've never met your sister. No.
And he's a gentleman on the air.
But it's like honorary woman, because single parent household after the age of 7.
Yeah. Now she's barking. New Corolla. Oh yeah, don't get a new Corolla. They still have the airbag problem. They can't fix the airbag. Does everybody understand that Toyota has no solution for the airbag problem? My daughter's going to be driving the Toyota that they're loaning her for years because there's no solution to the airbag. Anyway, the special guest, he does have a YouTube channel, though he hasn't, as of late, made very many videos. But the one thing that he does do is he's got a quadcopter, and oh my God, it's all broken.
It's all disassembled.
Oh.
I'm going to build a new one.
Oh, what's that? Something.
Your table has a leg.
It does.
I almost had a broken leg.
And he does make videos in Sacramento. He did a video, which I still have on my computer, of the top of patches, so that I could see patches from the top and realize how badly she needed a new roof. Kidding. She looked good from the air. Just good. Actually, patches looked really good from a distance. And
that like a half mile, perfect.
Yeah, looked real good. Up close, kind of scary. But
look out the window of an airliner. Oh, yeah. Look, there's an RV down there on the freeway.
Stop it. I love my Tundra Crew Max.
Is that a Dodge?
Can you tow a Tundra?
Tundra.
Yeah. Oh, she probably tows her boat. Yeah. Me too, Patty. Let's see what else. Okay, we were talking about Yarv, my special guest that I granted dispensation because he's male, and I just wanted him to be on because I think he's funny and he's a nice guy, and he has a YouTube channel, and feel free to go over and subscribe and wait for him to make a video.
I haven't posted anything recently. I got here the 1st of August and started work, and it has been so ridiculously hot that I just come home and collapse in a puddle, and that's pretty much all I've been doing. But I've got a big stack of stuff that I want to go shoot video. It's supposed to cool off here in the next 30 days, and so at that point I'm going to start being out and much more active than I have been. This has just been like the Baton Death March to get to fall in. But the other day it was like 75 degrees here. It was like the first day of spring everywhere else. You know, when you're living up someplace north where it's cold and rain, first day, and everybody opens their windows and they come outside and they fire up the grill. It was exactly like that, but in reverse, because it was 75, not 95.
Yeah, right now it's about 100 degrees here. So we're sitting in my RV, which is 75 degrees, and very comfortable. He is a great guest.
Thanks, Donna.
Yes, thank you, Donna. He is a great guest. So what else? Does anybody have any questions for your RV? He'll take your questions.
Oh God, it's an Ask Me Anything.
Ask him
It's an AMA.
anything. Ask him anything, and if he doesn't answer it, I'll answer it for him. Let's
Now we
see.
gotta wait for a minute for them to catch up on their side and then type. And
I see, Pamela, you said that your husband works for Toyota and they have a solution. Actually, the only solution is by replacing the current airbag with the airbag that, once it gets moist, explodes in your face. Is my dealing with my daughter and her airbag problem and the research that I've done, because I wanted her to turn the car in a long time ago and just get not a Toyota. And then I found out that all the airbags are compromised. So cars are using airbag manufacturer, and so the problems with the airbag. Oh, there you go.
Jack, yes. Videos, I have sort of become addicted to them.
They're cool.
Yeah, I really quite like it.
Yeah.
The van, I haven't talked to my mom to find out if she can't take it out and drive it because my mom is 5'1" and she needs about 3 inches of pedal extender to be able to reach the pedals.
About that. That's very true. I'm taller than she. It makes me feel like I'm 5'8", and I'm,
Yeah, but she gets in the van and the ceiling is just right at the top of her head.
standing up.
Standing up. She
Well,
stands
that
up
wouldn't be
and
too
she's
bad.
got perfect. She's kind of thought about selling it, or she was thinking about selling it, and then I realized that I told everybody but her kind of my long-term plan, which would be ideally for her to have the van and have that for like overnight trips, but then tow a medium-size travel trailer. 16 or 20 feet or 22 feet or somewhere in there, because that van will tow quite a bit.
Yeah.
It'll tow.
It's a 350.
Yeah, it'll tow 6,500 pounds or something.
Yeah.
And so then take the trailer, like for example, she's got a bunch of family here in Arizona right now. Take the trailer to Flagstaff, where it's beautiful all the time. Park the trailer, make it her son and her daughter in Phoenix, and then be able to stay overnight without having to worry about making the big drive back. Well,
that actually is a wonderful solution, to have both the van and a trailer.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of cool. I like that. I got to think about that. The future is all before us. I didn't go to a van with a trailer. Nah. Let's see. What other questions do you have?
No, that's me, mommy.
Oh, yeah. Not his aunt, his mom.
RV lady, I got a question.
Oh, okay. Airbag thing. We're still talking about the airbag thing on the comments. Somebody's got their
Susan's got her TV on.
Yeah, somebody's got something on.
That's Susan.
Yeah, somebody's got something on.
It's Susan.
Well, actually, we can do this. Fixed.
Not.
Oh,
Who's got the TV on?
Susan had it on.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
When you were coming back, you said you were going to go to Quartzsite. Did you ever do that?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, I was there. I was.
Okay.
I want to say it was 3 nights, so 4 days and 3 nights. The problem that I had with Quartzsite is that it's off season, and so nothing is open. Maybe a couple of stores, but no, the grocery store was closed.
Wow.
There the only McDonald's was open, but as far as groceries, there weren't any, and there was no way for me to get any without going into a trailer park, without going into an RV park. There was no way for me to fill up my water tanks, and so
Oh,
because that place that you fill up your water tank was closed as well, and so in order for me to dump my tanks and get more water, I would have had to have gone into an RV park and stayed. And yeah, just really didn't want to do that. I had ordered this kayak, and so I wanted to go someplace where there was water so that I could unbox my kayak and put it in the water and kayak around. So, but yes, I was there for 3 days, and it was really, where I stayed was very nice, by the way, and it was called La Paz, I believe was the name of it, the La Paz 14-day stay place, and then that's for 14 days, and then they have rules where then you have to leave for 28 days, and blah, 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 rule. But as I said, I was only there for 3 nights, 4 days, but stayed there until the water issue was making me nervous. And
how do all those people out there stay all winter if they have to move around all the time?
I don't know how they do that. I really don't.
They have a different pass that you can pay for where you can stay all winter.
I was going to say, they have something called extended stay.
Yeah, it's $180, and you can stay
really?
from.
They have no water and no hookups, and
Well,
Yeah, but there's a place where you can go.
most of the RV
And
parks let you dump and fill for like $6.
yeah, I was.
there's a place where you can get water, and it's all included in the $180.
But that place wasn't open,
Yeah.
unless you're talking about those elephant water things.
Well, no, you got to pay for those.
Yeah, but those weren't open either.
Well, I've never been there at this time of year, but I've been there in the winter, and you can stay all winter for $180.
Not so bad. 180 total?
Yes.
Total. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
But then you have to move your
I figured out that if you stayed there the whole time that they allowed you to, it cost $2 a day.
Totally worth it. At that one place that I was at, the La Paz place, it was very nice and very flat, and far enough away from the road to not hear the road, but close enough to the road that you could get on the road and go into town. It was 6 miles out of town, and that's as close as I would want to be. So I liked it very much. But
Well, that pass allows you to go. There are 5 different areas that you can go to. Some of them are in, well, there's at least one of them's in California, but they're all right there in the same area. There's one down by Yuma.
There's hundreds of square miles.
oh, interesting. It said RV Debs has asked when you're going to make.
When it cools down, we had into cool weather last. Like I was saying earlier, I have just come home from work and just collapsed because it's just been so hot, and I don't have, compared to some of my YouTube friends like Jeff for Justice, I don't really care so much about what I look like, but pouring down with sweat is just not a good look on me.
I see, and I like a dry heat, and I like it very much. And there's a breeze out here.
The thing that I noticed is that the same temperature, it feels cooler here than it did at the same temperature in Sacramento, even at the same relative humidity. I am completely at a loss to explain why, But 90 degrees here, I'm like, oh, this is 90 degrees in Sacramento. I thought I was going to friggin' die.
It's the humidity.
But the humidity is the same.
Clogs all your pores.
Jack, no. That became a resolved question last week.
Oh. Shall we expand on that?
No.
Okay, no.
Mary's got a job in Los Angeles, and she's very happy with it. And she and I have enough personality differences that make a long-term relationship impossible. And so that's the end of that.
Yeah, I found that out yesterday.
Yeah. I found that out last weekend.
Oh, so it's all new news. So
Yeah.
we're bringing you up-to-the-date news having to do with the RV.
Yeah, she came out to Phoenix a couple of times. I went to LA one time, and we just tried to make it work, and it just it's not a happening thing. So, moving on.
And Jammin, I don't know if they have a honey wagon. I can't imagine that they don't have a honey wagon. There's got to be some place. I mean, that would be a great business. So I can't imagine that that's not in Quartzsite.
Just not this time of year.
Yeah, just not this time of year.
It was 107 when I drove through there last weekend.
Well,
there is a dump station in Quartzsite. If you have that $180 pass, you can go to the dump station. And then they also have water in the same place.
Yeah, that's scary.
Not in exactly the same place.
Whoa. You go to your house, you have a toilet,
yes,
and then right next to it you have a sink, and that's not scary?
We can see the plumbing there.
I actually have a response for that, but
yeah, and
I am a toilet cover putter downer.
Okay.
Okay, so you put the toilet seat or in the toilet top, and then everything is okay. If you go into like my bathroom at my house and you flush the toilet with the lid up, I'll freak out on you. It's horrible. It is. It's just I freak out. I have to clean the bathroom. So
it's a good practice to get into with an RV.
I do that here as well.
Yeah, I think that's common practice anymore. After we saw the video on the news in the 90s where they put that fluorescent dye.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there. It's not RVing. No, let's not go there. I'll get all creeped out and have to 409.
Actually, I used to do water. I was the secretary of a water company where we lived. It was a private water company. And I used to do all the water tests once a month to make sure the water was sanitary. And your bathroom is much more sanitary than your kitchen. So I always took the water tests in the bathroom.
Aren't you glad that she's putting out right now?
Yes, I'm so happy that I got for every year, the city that I lived in would send out a report about the water. And people wondered why I had a full house filtration system. And it was because of that report. And it was like percentage of feces, 4%. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't want 4% of feces on me. Thank you so much.
4%?
Sorry?
4%? Oh my God.
Oh,
She's making it up.
It could have been 0.4. I don't really know what it was.
0.04.
Yeah, it was probably 0.004.
Knowing RV
I don't
lady to
care.
be who it is,
Yeah.
if it were 0.000004, still too much.
Too much. The word feces on my water, it was just, that was, it sent me over the edge.
I don't drink the stuff, that's for sure.
Yeah, I filter the water that comes into this RV. I filter the water at my house. I don't drink this water that comes out of this tap. I do the bottled water, and but I shower in this water. So, and what's the largest organ on your body?
Your skin.
So, do I want 0.0004 amount of feces on my skin? No.
That's an interesting question. How many people that live in RVs drink the water out of their taps?
That is a good question. Oh,
Nah.
the RV does. Feces ain't for me.
I think RV lady hates feces to feces. Name the cartoon.
Feces to, I can't.
I hate Mises to pieces.
Sylvester the cat. I don't know.
I don't remember. Was the orange tomcat?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
That was
I
Tom
don't
and
either.
Tom.
Yeah, filtration system on an RV is like really necessary. Let's see. I have 3 stage. Yeah.
Jack says, I have a 3-stage and a heavy metal filtration system.
Yeah.
So now I'm picturing he's got like 3 blue canisters and then 1 canister going.
My filtration system is something, I don't even know what it takes up a portion of the garage, and I don't even know, somebody comes and services it. And if they don't come, like a week before the date that says we're going to service it on this date, I freak out. Yeah, but now my daughter has the house, so does it really matter? No, because she doesn't care. Even when I got out of the ocean, I would always joke that I had to take a shower immediately before I got in my car to get the fish poop off me. So,
Not the salt, the fish
No,
poop.
I didn't care about the salt. It was the fish poop. I wanted the fish poop off me. And I said it's some little kid, and he was like, Mom, is there fish poop in the ocean?
Well, where do you think it goes?
I was just, oh my God.
Snagglepuss.
I know, but it's just S.
Yeah, it says Scragglepuss, but
Okay.
Snagglepuss. Yeah, Snagglepuss.
Yeah, that's, I don't know.
Good call, Donna. Good call.
Yeah. It's always good to drop back in our memory banks and see what's there. There's nothing in mine. Mighty Mouse. I liked Mighty Mouse. And I liked Poindexter and the dog. What's that called?
It wasn't Poindexter. It was,
No, it's his mighty dog,
Mr.
Manfred.
No, Mr. Science and Poindexter.
Oh, Tom Terrific and his mighty dog, Manfred.
Something like, I don't
What
know.
I thought about.
I would like the chlorine of fluorine, out of my water, no horses, DS, I just ride the wind. Yeah, I actually considered, when I was considering this life, of leasing a horse for a year and going to all the horse camps. But I need somebody to lease me a horse was just like, yeah, that's not going to happen. So I could drag it around with me and, ride.
Would you put the horse trailer in front or behind of Tweety?
Yes, exactly. I wasn't going to buy Tweety. I was just going to ride the horse into town to get food. It was very unrealistic. When I thought about the logic of it, it was insane. So, we all have those moments. The romanticism of this life grabbed hold of me, and I was thinking of all the possibilities.
I'm just trying to picture you getting a horse both ways through customs.
Oh, well, yeah.
Ooh.
Well, apparently taking a dog through customs is no big deal. You have to have a dog that has had, when you're bringing it into the United States, I don't think Mexico cares. When you're bringing it into the United States, and they have to have a rabies shot that's more than a month old. So you can't get a shot on your way through town and then show that paperwork to the Border Patrol for the U.S. because they're going to say, and no. But I don't know. I like Rin Tin Tin. I loved Rin Tin Tin. I loved that more than Lassie. I like Rin Tin Tin and Sky King.
Ooh, Sky King.
Sky King. Liked all of those. My friend Flicka, yeah.
Oh.
Since I watch those kinds of things.
And Fury.
So, and what was that?
And Fury.
Oh, Fury.
Oh yeah.
Fury. I loved horses, and my mother absolutely forbade me to have a horse.
Check on the dog while
And-
you guys reminisce.
Oh, and then I went on the horses anyway. How is she? She's sitting right there?
Yeah, I see that.
She's fine. She's waiting for dogs to walk by. That's like her big thing. And then I say, we don't know those dogs. And then she kind of looks at me like, we could know them. I could be biting them right now. Yeah, it would be RV horse. How fun would that be? RV horse. Gentle Ben. No, didn't like Gentle Ben. I didn't like that little kid. I just wanted to sock him in the face. Wasn't it Gentle Ben that had a little kid in it? I just really didn't like that kid. I liked the bear, but you know that was the end of that. But they had some little kid there that, nah. Let's see. Maybe I was probably getting too old to watch those things when Gentle Ben came out. My first horse was Pete. Horse was a mare. And me for a horse, and but that was her name, Pity, and I thought that was the appropriate name for the horse. Oh, pity me, for my first horse. And
Kind of an appropriate name for the first rider, too.
yeah, that's kind of true. Oh, pity me. I didn't have a saddle for like a year because
Yeah, my sister's a horse person, too. But it would be like getting off the horse for the first time after the first hour.
oh
pity you.
no, I was 12 years old. You know, I didn't have
Oh, so
aches
you
and
weighed
pains
like
like
30
now.
pounds.
Yeah, and I weighed like 30 pounds. Pity tried to kill me more than once, and she did. She was an ornery thing. But American Pharoah flies on express $10,000 for life. That's true. I thought it was more than $10,000, but yeah, to fly a horse. Let's see, what else are we talking about? We only have 15 more minutes left.
Well, there's a question.
What's that?
What do horses cost? Is it sometimes almost cheaper to sell your horse in California and buy a horse in Florida than it is to transport the horse from
No,
California
I
to Florida?
figured that, I mean, once reality stepped back in and I realized that I needed a real vehicle to tow and, you know, all the realities, then I realized the horse was out of the question, that it was so much cheaper just to go someplace and rent one. And there have been many times that I've been thinking about just pulling over at somebody's ranch or farm or whatever they call them and saying, hey, do you mind if I rent your horse for a couple of hours? And just, you know, I won't go far. I just want to ride. But I miss riding. And interesting, when I did the Redwood Forest, the National Redwood, whatever it's called, on that horse, I wasn't in pain for 2 days.
Day 3 was miserable.
Day 3 was hell. Day 3 was, oh my God.
Except the ARL, which I can only presume stands for the Arabian Rental League.
Let's see. Get a horse. What is the ARL?
The Arabian Rental League.
No, it is not. Maybe it is. No, it's not American anything. I know that they sell Mustangs out here, and you can buy those. But yeah, I'm not interested in, you know, training. I want something that's totally trained, ready to go, gives me no trouble, gets in and out of a trailer, no problem, stuff like that.
Redneck Sugar, if you feel on eBay, contact eBay. They have got magnificent resources for getting your funds back.
Who's this?
There.
Have any one of you been scammed? Yeah, contact eBay.
Bye, Jack. See you
Bye, Jack.
next
Thanks
time.
for coming.
I'm a rescue league. Oh.
Rescue League, that's right. And I was actually looking at all the horse rescue plans. Interesting enough, some of them are free, some of them are not. Some of them are from owners who can no longer afford their horses. And so, but unfortunately, I noticed that, and this was when I was in the phase of, and that phase lasted like 6 months, that I was really going to
It's
do
lasted
this.
almost as long as you've been on the road.
Well, you know, I broke my shoulder and broke my arm, so I had a lot of time to think. Think on the internet. I had a lot of time on my hands. Let's see, what else? Do we need to talk about anything else? Does anybody else have any more questions or comments regarding the RV?
That was a really, very, very short Ask Me Anything.
Well, they only asked you 2 questions.
No, they asked me like 4 questions.
Okay, 4 questions.
But they did ask anything, and I answered anything.
Kinda. You two really are great together. I know, he's like the little brother that I didn't get. I got 2 little brothers that are awful. Yeah. And
she gives lousy, half-hearted high fives, though.
You know why? It's because I'm a writer. What do writers use? They use their fingers. Everybody wants to high five, and honest to God, one guy high fived me so hard I thought it was going to break my hand. And no, it stings. So I'm always like, oh, high five, sure. Yeah, don't hurt my hands. That's how I make my living. Don't hurt my hands. But now they have, you know, where you can just talk.
I was going to say, Dragon speaks naturally.
I know.
Do you know how far that's come since 1997?
It's so wonderful. It really is. I was using it when my shoulder arm broke. It's on my other computer.
The crappy one?
Yeah.
Not the new
No. It's on my desktop.
Oh.
It's not on the laptop.
But
now I would like to have it on this laptop. So maybe I'll buy it. But I haven't bought anything in like 24 hours, so I guess I'll have to go buy something.
Withdrawal.
I know. No, I'm not. My difficulty is I'm not a shopper. I'm a buyer. And so there are people who go out and shop things to death. That wouldn't be me. I say, gee, I want a kayak, and I go to Amazon and buy one. And I said on the video that it was $105. It was $150 something. So.
Is that all it was?
Yeah, it was only $150.
You got to send me the link to that.
Oh, you're going to get a kayak?
I'm going to get a kayak.
Okay. I'm trying to put that link on my.
Because all the kayaks that I've looked at, the kayaks and the inflatable stand-up paddle boards have been like $1,000.
Did you have shorts on? No. Did you bring shorts?
No. I did that deliberately so you wouldn't try and stick me in the water.
I was going to try to stick you in the water.
See, I thought ahead.
Was there a get-together scheduled? I mean, what do you write? I write lots of stuff. But basically now I'm just concentrating on screenplays and books that go with them, or books that go with them and screenplays that go with them. So that's what I'm basically doing now. I have been writing since I was a youngster.
She's been writing. She has told me some of her writing history. I suspect that some of the later books in the New Testament, she was in the writing room when they were putting them together.
I was in that writing room, yes. And I've been doing it.
Yeah, John the Apostle walks by and she's just got big eyes like, please notice my writing.
Please notice that I'm sitting here in the writing room and that I'm one of those people that gets to, like, you know, be abused by you. Please abuse me. Let's see. Was there a get-together scheduled? I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
We don't know what that means, Jammin.
She called me yesterday morning and said, I'm coming over.
I did.
And she sent me an email the night before saying, I'm in Phoenix. I'm coming over tomorrow.
Yeah.
Be awake.
Yeah.
So that does that count as scheduling? I don't know.
No, this was not. And then I told him yesterday when we were having breakfast that I called, left a message and said I will be there and take you out to breakfast.
20 minutes before she showed up.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
This is the way of the RV lady.
Yes, it really is. I just kind of show up and say, come on, let's go. And you got to be ready to go. But
because she doesn't wait.
As far as having him on the channel, I announced it yesterday on a video that I made, I think it was yesterday, that he would be a special guest with dispensation, you know, regarding his maleness. But You know,
Just
this worked out so nicely that I think maybe we shouldn't be as exclusive. We should let the men maybe.
No, you have to
You're
come
right.
with the same kind of
No.
provenance and the same kind of credentials that I do.
Yeah.
Raised in a house full of women, all the dogs were girls, all the fish were girls, the rabbit
As it
was a
should.
girl.
As it should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have, in all the relationships I've had, once had an argument about which way the toilet seat goes because I know
It goes
you
down.
put it down.
There should never be a question.
Yeah, so
Absolutely. Absolutely. But it is time for us to wrap this up.
no, you still got 4 minutes.
I know, I'm wrapping up.
No, you wrap up in the last 30 seconds.
Oh. Let's see.
Nobody's hit you with the music yet.
Nobody's hit me with the music. What is this? The men have things to say that we with that. And I agree that men have something to contribute. I think that it would be really great. The difficult. What is it that I want to say? That it always seems to go downhill. If you watch the other hangouts where the men are, eventually it starts out for the first 5 or 10 minutes and it's all good, and then it kind of goes downhill into some kind of
Fart joke.
yeah, something guyish. And that's not what this is about. This is valuable time to me, and it's a valuable time to share the knowledge that you have with others. And it's not. Let's talk about. Don't tolerate the. What are they called? Trolls that come on. I just delete them. Report, delete. That's all I do. And so I think that men on the side. Well, see, that's men are allowed to be on the side. They're allowed to be in the comment on the panel. They're like that. I agree. God knows I agree. We want to. I don't know. The responsibility has to be somewhere, and so rather than weeding out the ones that do not belong, so I just weed them all out. God,
Yeah.
it's horrible.
And speaking as a man who is oftentimes over on the side, I have no objection whatsoever to this being an RV Women's Hangout.
Yeah.
As a guest and as a reader and as a watcher is for you, up here where people can see the camera, to be more of a moderator. That will be the hardest. I know who you are. That will be the most difficult challenge of your entire life.
I give people an opportunity to talk. I said talk. Did I not say talk? Witnesses.
Bring 3 people on.
Oh.
So invite 3 special guests.
Yeah.
Introduce who they are.
Next week, during the RV Women Hangout, I will invite 3 guests to be on the panel, and with the expectation that these guests will share RV information, and they may be female, they may be male, but right.
Do like you did with me. Ask a question, let each of the 3 people respond.
Right.
Ask another question, let each of the 3 people respond.
And not only that, I'll create the questions in advance so that they know what the questions are.
Oh no, spring them on them.
Just bring them on.
Spring them on.
Like I did you. Okay, you're right.
Yes.
You're right. Let's see if they can think on their feet. And yeah, but as far as having uninvited male panel members, I'm going to have to go with. I don't see why it. And what do you guys think? If I or whoever the guest host is invites a male to be on and then moderate that male, would that be a good thing? It would. Okay, we got one yes. The belching and swearing belongs around the
I think that
campfire.
might have been a yes for the
not,
campfire.
oh, in the live chat. I agree with that. Totally agree. And the people who sleep through the hangouts, I'm like, are you kidding me? People sent you their request. Okay. You don't have to send me your request. I will contact you. And if you want to do it, that's fine. And the only reason for that is because I have some history with people that share information, share their RVing experience, things like that, and they would be a beneficial individual or individuals to have on. If you really know what their background is or what's going on.
You can do some research.
I see men at all the other hangouts. Leave this for the gals. Okay. You're right. Maybe the occasional male special guest or two. So we'll figure it out. Send me all of whatever it is that you guys think about that. Let's see. I see that. But no, there's not going to be any belching or swearing. No. That would be intellectually challenging.
Society.
Hmm?
Polite society.
Yes. That's basically where we're at. That's what we have nurtured in doing this. So we don't want to ruin that. Yeah, a guest I think is fine. A male guest would be fine. Okay. On that note, I guess our chat is over for tonight, and I will see everybody next Sunday. I don't know where I'm going to be, but
It's going to be right here.
I'm going to be around. I'll be in Arizona. I'll say that much. I will be in Arizona, and so maybe I can round up some people that are here in Arizona, and we can have a little panel like what we're doing now. So we'll figure that out with a video on that subject. I want to thank RV for taking time out of his busy schedule in order to join us. And I want to thank everybody for being on the panel and everybody for being inside the comment section and contributing. That's it. Thanks. Bye, everybody.